we tried to create new properties over the last 6-8 months. We told ourselves that let's build on fiction, because
Okay.
fiction is finally what remains with you. Movies come and go,
Yes, true.
right? This is not as easy as one says it, because what people remember are the movies that come on your platform, because they're also released in theaters. There's a pre-publicity to it that
True.
remains in your mind,
Mm.
right? And there's a lot of marketing done by somebody else, as in the movie producer,
Yes, true.
right? They've spent enough money across markets. But when you launch an original, right, there's only so much you spend on it, right? There's only so much buzz that's created. It's not released in theaters. And which is why another model that we started looking at is taking a movie to theaters and then bringing it on AHA. So we would do an original, right, and ensure that it's good enough to be released in theaters, it's worthy of theaters, so that there is a pre-buzz. So it may or may not be a great success in theaters, but from our financial model, it was okay, because then there's a buzz that's generated, right, and then it comes on to AHA.
How you calculate that gestation period coming to an OTT platform in terms of a movie? If some movie is releasing in the theater, sometime it comes to the OTT platform on 30 days, sometime it's a 45 days period, sometime it is a 90 days period. How you calculate this period, that once it will be on movie theater, and after how many days you want to get it into OTT, and how this deal actually happen?
Okay, so actually now it's pretty much standardized. It's about 4 weeks approximately.
Yes.
Give or take a week, it's about 4 weeks. Sometimes it's about 35 days and sometimes it's earlier. But let's assume, for the sake of this thing, it's about 4 to 5 weeks. Sometimes what happens, if the movie is continuing to do really well in the market, the producer may say, can I delay it by a week or two?
So that is a mutual consent.
It's a mutual consent. Alternatively, if it's not doing well, and we say that, look, there's been some buzz generated for it, but it didn't do well for whatever reasons. And it could be because there were a couple of other big movies that released around the same time.
Maybe.
So content is good, but it didn't do well, because there was others. Then we may say that, look, why don't you give it to us 1 week earlier than what is in the contract? Who watches along with a few others. They sit together.
Okay.
And then, they're discussing what is the likely subscriptions that we are likely to get.
Okay.
Right, which then translates to a certain revenue number.
Mhm.
And then I know, how much I should be doing the contract at. And at which point it doesn't make commercial sense, right? So if I believe it brings in 100 rupees worth of subscriptions,
Mhm.
and you're asking me for 500,
Mhm.
right, it doesn't make commercial sense.
Okay.
Right? Yes, I will not recover the entire money. So it's not that, I spent 100 and to pay you and I should recover 100, but it should make commercial sense. And that comes through a, qualitative viewing panel, discussing, and then coming to a thing that this is what the movie can do for us, right? And then we start negotiating with the producer, and then arrive at what both of us believe, the producer and us, is a fair value.
Okay. So here is the competition, because majorly maybe the national player, if come into play, they can always pay better than what you are projecting to them. So at that point of time, any producer can go to those platforms कि जहाँ से मुझे ज़्यादा पैसा मिल रहा है, why not to go to that? That also happens.
So yes, but typically what happens is that in the regional platforms are not chasing the big movies. The large OTT platforms are largely chasing the big movies.